It has to be a perseverance and also never give up mentality, because nobody say that doing startup is easy. It is really hard. Nobody are built for it. Jadi if you want to be founders, especially in the current times where people are saying that we are currently winter period, things even harder than before. Then having a mentality and never give up mentality, a perseverance and never give up mentality will be very critical, because when startup fail, there's multiple variability that will comes into it, but fundamentally is when the founders giving up. When they're looking for founders that really have a very strong perseverance or never give up mentality. Is believing mentality, meaning that someone that really wants to go down directly to the market, talk directly to the users, talk directly to all stakeholders, really be able to really grasp what's actually in the market, what's really happening in the market. Because in agri-tech, right, it's compared to like other industry like SaaS, e-commerce and others, right, there's a lot of offline and conventional element that will stick to it even until you get bigger. You cannot replace the guy, right? It will always be a combination between offline and online. So understanding it how you used to be done, understanding how the current stakeholders usually working, how they probably perceive any kind of new innovation and new offering will be very critical compared to this just purely theory or hearsay, right, in terms of what's actually being done. So this mentality where really curious, want to understand what is to be done, how to be do better, and how to really, and also obviously compassion as well. Why compassion? Because the idea of the ideal agri-tech solution is not really replacing existing incumbent or stakeholders, but how to empower existing incumbents or stakeholders, because these guys usually within the agri-tech sector are the one that relatively underserved. So how we could be the one that's serving these guys and be able to work and grow together and make a better society together. So that's why we think that the cultures that really help a success to help someone to be a successful agri-tech or aquaculture tech founders will be those particular merits and also traits. Some may be impacted whether previously post-COVID era or probably during the current funding climate that different than previous years. I think we believe that the trajectory will be, some people say is a U-shaped scenario where we're expecting generally all the companies growth will be slowed down, and then will grow faster along the way in relatively mid to long term scenario. But I think we firmly believe it's quite similar to what happened within COVID, which is more on the T-shaped type of trajectories, right? Like some companies that fundamentally require significant capital to grow will be the one that will be suffer, because unfortunately capital is not as cheap as before. But for those companies that fundamentally doesn't require significant capital to grow and relatively asset light, very efficient, very productive, and very creative in terms of how they want to grow the company, will be the one that benefited the most. And especially those limited capital that currently available in the market, to actually chasing more those kind of companies, right? So even for those of guys that really prudent, really efficient, really productive, and really creative in terms of how they grow the business, will be the one that actually being chased by the capital, which also allows them to have not easy but easier ability to attract capital. So that's why we believe that trajectory wise, we could say like there will be K-shape. Some companies might not be able to go, some companies might go down, but a lot of companies that really be able to fulfill those traits that I mentioned will be actually keep growing even stronger than the previous season or climates within the ecosystem there.